have dilly-dallied enough, we're going to play Temur Reclamation. And so this is the deck. Just a quick little breakdown of what the whole deck's purpose is. It's mainly built around Wilderness Reclamation and Expansion Explosion. Those are the two main cards of the deck. Now, Wilderness Reclamation states, at the beginning of your end step, untap all the lands you control. So this is good, basically because when you play it on turn 4, if it resolves and sticks to the field and stays there until your end step, barring removal and whatnot, or counter spells, then you get to untap all your mana, and it's essentially a free spell for the turn. It just took a card out of your hand, but it's free. So you don't have to waste or worry about blocking off your entire turn just to drop this card, because you'll get your 4 mana back, and that's why we have a whole bunch of instant spells, whether they be counters, interaction, ramp, advantage of many different forms, draw or counter, and then removal. That's basically how the deck is laid out. You slam a Wilderness Reclamation, try and ramp into it with your Growth Spirals and Uro Titan's Wrath, and then go off. And the way we go off is with Expansion Explosion. The Explosion side says deal X damage to any target, and target player draws X cards. So basically you deal a bunch of damage to your opponent, and you draw a bunch of cards, draw into your next Expansion Explosion, then explode them again, and you just keep doing that until you win. Usually the deck does it twice, and that's game over, but if they're playing a bunch of shock lands or they're dealing some amount of damage to themselves, then one explosion can be enough, and sometimes it is. But the way we get a bunch of mana is we put a stop on our end step, and once the Wilderness Reclamation effect of untap all your lands goes on the stack, you tap all your lands, you float all your mana, then Wilderness Reclamation untaps all your lands, you tap them all again, and then you just have a big pile of mana, and you funnel all that into Expansion Explosion, and just deal a bunch of damage, draw a bunch of cards, and that's pretty much the hallmark of the deck. Its backup plan is Shark Typhoon. And I've been playing back and forth and trying to figure out when it's best to keep it as a cycle and when it's best to play it, and I'm still not even sure. It might always be best to cycle it in some matches if you're trying to win quick. In some matches, like, say, a controlling matchup or against certain fire builds, it's probably better to cast as an enchantment. But what this does is the enchantment side is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a XX blue shark creature token with flying, where X is the spell's converted mana cost. So as long as we're casting something that's not Euro or Brazen Borrower, then we're going to be making a flying shark, power and toughness equal to the CMC of the spell we cast. But it also has the ability to cycle to create an X flying shark as well. And so I use that the most, mainly as a combat trick, mainly to just throw out a shark and block something so that a troublesome creature dies, or I just stay alive. But sometimes you just play a Shark Typhoon and then just every other turn make a 2/2, make a 1/1, make a 3/3, make a 4/4, play another Shark Typhoon, make a 6/6, and then the times that you cast a large explosion for 10 mana, then you just hit them for 10 and make a 10/10, or that's not how the math works out, but essentially, you just make a bunch of big sharks and whatnot. But that's the deck. I tweaked it a little bit to be better for best of one, because that's what we're playing, and that's what we're having fun with, because we still don't know exactly where the meta is right now. It's kind of floating towards Yorion Fires, Wilderness Reclamation, cycles, but it's still a little bit too soon to tell. So we're going to stick with best of one, climb the ladder, get ourselves towards Mythic, and just practice the deck. Just run it, and get better at it. And so, since this deck definitely has longer games than the Cyclers, I'm only going to do 6. And after that, we will go into our Casey's draft, and we'll see where the night goes from there. If we end up just winning, then we may not have time for a second draft afterwards. Just all depends on decks, but I do and would like to do another draft after that. So that's the plan of the stream today. Play some Temur Reclamation, play a draft that Casey's going to draft, and she's going to need all the help from you guys as possible. So tell your friends, bring them over to the Twitch stream, get them in the chat, because any and all help will be very thankful. Help me preserve my gems, but I'm willing to spend them for y'all entertainment anyway. So that's what I need you for. That's what we're here for today. But without further ado, Let's play some Temur Reclamation. Start doing what we all came here to see. Play some magic. Do have some talking points today. If you hadn't known, I did set up a YouTube channel and I started filming content. Casey and I filmed a video for it today where I basically taught her how to draft just to get her prepared for the stream tonight. That video will most likely come up before this is ported over to YouTube for those that are watching this on YouTube. But yeah, so that's something fun that will be coming. Hands a mulligan. Tap land, opt on turn 2 doesn't seem great. We do want a growth spiral in our hand, but this hand is just kind of slow. This hand's tricky. We do have removal to kind of keep us alive, and it's better than the death sentence of going down to 5 cards. And we do have a Rec. So I'm probably going to keep the 6. And I think I'm going to actually bottom an expansion. The reason I bottom expansion over Wilderness Reclamation is because if we have 2 Wilderness Reclamations and we end up sticking them both, that's a quick, easy win with Explosion. Plus, it gives us backup if one of our Wilderness Reclamations gets destroyed. So I like being more sure of having a Wilderness Reclamation than having the second expansion, because there's more in the deck. We'll draw more. And let's just hope we scry into some lands and or ramp. Also, for Allura, I switched my cat to the Nightmare Cat. So we're going to be playing with our Nightmare Cat today. That's a land. Sacred Foundry and the Hawk makes me kind of think that we're playing against the Winota deck, which could be scary. The deck has a great opportunity of just going off. Jeskai Colors kind of promotes that idea as well. So it could be scary. Could be scary. We may be on a tight clock here. We do get to go first, so we are going to get to play Wilderness Reclamation before they play Winota. We just need to hope that they don't hit into an Agent of Treachery. But we will be able to kill one of their creatures to make them have less hits. Pretty sure we're just going to play a tapped Breeding Pool here. Save our life. Castle Vantress can come untap next turn, play Wilderness Rec, and hopefully draw into some more instant spells to cast off of our free mana we get from Wilderness Reclamation. More and more looking like the Winota deck. Now, because I'm thinking this is the Winota deck, I am going to kill the Healer's Hawk here and not Chajik. Mainly because Winota needs non-humans in order to get the one thing that we're really scared of. Unless they have 7 mana, then it's all fair play. And the reason we got to kill it now is because Tajik prevents all non-combat damage dealt to creatures. So we're just going to have to take 3 from Tajik this turn and kill the Healer's Hawk. Now, if they're not playing the Winota deck, then good plays, opponent. You tricked me. Another land, I'd like to see that. Wasn't the instant that we want to cast, though, so it's looking like we're just going to go Castle Vantress into Reclamation. And that at least gives us another turn without them playing Winota and getting in. Which next turn could be scary. Not in a point where I want to copy that right now. This game's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Card off the top that would be pretty great would be our board wipe. Shark Typhoon is nice. That's decent. That's decent. Okay. So I'm just going to make a really big shark and hope that when they play Winota next turn, they don't steal either of my Wilderness Reclamations. So here, let me show you how this works. So we're going to put a stop on our end step. just to make sure we don't accidentally miss it. We're going to shock this in, because we're not worried about taking damage. If they have a removal spell for our Shark Typhoon, then it's over anyway. We'll play the second Wilderness Reclamation, so now we'll have 2 triggers. So the first trigger's on the stack, we're going to float mana. We're going to let the first one resolve, untap all our lands. We're going to float all of our mana again. And then we're going to let that one resolve. And we're going to float all of our mana. And so now we have 11 mana. So we could hit them for 7 and draw 7, but that puts us pretty dead on board because 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from their Agent of Treachery if they do hit it off of Winota, and plus something else per se. So we are going to cast, or we're going to cycle this Shark Typhoon, and X will be our total -2, so that'll be a 9/9 Shark, and we will get to draw a card. So this provides a decent blocker, also provides a alternate target for them to take with Agent of Treachery if they do end up slamming it. And that'll be our turn. Now we just gotta hope that they don't hit an Agent of Treachery. They are gonna get to look 12 cards deep. They do attack with Tajik. Well, let's see what they get off of Winota. Yeah, they never don't have it. So they take our blocker. Okay. And we're dead. So yeah, that's the Winota deck. That deck's been running around. That deck's... I feel like it's great, but I feel like it's also inconsistent. Because it has too many parts that are necessary for it to work. We just got to have a good showing of it. But that's the deck that I actually play in Brawl. So I do think Winota is fairly busted. I do think the deck is really good. Sideboard plan against it? I'm not exactly sure how we would sideboard against a Winota combo. Probably bring in the Shocks. Probably definitely bring in the Aether Gust and Disdainful Stroke, because if Winota does not hit the board, it's pretty easy for us to win from there. Yeah, that seems about right. Flame Sweeps would also come in. So basically just keeping Winota off the board and killing all of their humans is the plan there. Well, let's go into another one. Oh, the darkness is setting in fast. It's insane how fast the darkness sets in. Sounds fine. Got a Growth Spiral on turn 2, which is going to put us into a turn 3 Wild Wreck and leave up Scorching Dragonfire. So that's nice. We are going to get to Scry on turn 1 too. So we're doing things. We just need a payoff. So that stands a key. Currently the deck only plays 3 basics, and from how I've been experiencing the deck, I feel as it may need 1 more. So that might be a change that we make. So dueling Scrylands, there we go, we got a payoff, that's good. Let's work ourselves towards a Shark Typhoon or an Expansion Explosion. Played against this matchup before. It's just pretty much who goes off first. So it's going to be close. They did get to go first, so... And we'll pass the turn. We're going to end up taking 2 off of this Growth Spiral, but against the gridded deck, our life doesn't really matter. They either win or they don't. We're on pace to potentially beat them. So we have that going for us. At least. They're going to be able to potentially slam Garuda next turn, but we're going to get to slam Reclamation on our turn. Just straight up plays the Charming Prince. Blind check, what do they do? They're going to scry 2? That's fine. So instead of Chemist's Insight, most likely we're going to end up doing, on the turn we slam Wilderness Rec, is we're going to kill this Paradise Druid, just to make sure that they don't have the mana for it next turn. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing they can do to mess with that plan. Hey. Them's what we call the goodies. Oh. Very nice. Crackers. We'll get a red. It's not necessary, but it just makes our mana as clean as possible. Now we have 2 of everything with extra blue. So we'll play the Rec. End stop. I put an end stop! Oh, apparently it was like too slow or something. Alright, so they're gonna get Slam Garuda, and that's gonna be punishing there. That is bonkers, because we had a stop there. Next tip, make sure that you hit your end step stop before Reclamation lands. That's a bummer and a half. Way too close on the timer. Can I get a miss? Can I get a miss? We may end up being chemistries inciting here. Ooh, it looks like a miss. Big whiffa! Awesome, okie dokie. So we're gonna Chemist's Insight here, just to get ourselves set up as possible. Oh, that's a beautiful way to do it. Alright, so we'll play Thorn Falls. We already got the stop on. We'll gain our life. We'll play a second Wilderness Reclamation. And we're at the point where we just gotta hope they don't have it. Yeah... we could. Well, see, you don't really have to exile Garuda, per se. Mainly because it only resurrects from the top 4. So if we put Garuda in the yard and somebody plays another Garuda, they're not going to be able to get this Garuda back. So exiling it doesn't do much. I'm pretty sure that this build of the deck does not have a way to resurrect a Garuda that you just kill from the field. So we could... here's our plays. We can kill Garuda and draw a bunch of cards because we have enough in hand to be lethal. On the next turn, I think that's the safest play. So I think that's what we're going to do. Kill Garuda, draw some cards. This way, just in case they have a Charming Prince or Spark Double. Alright, well, that's just... we're hitting it. We're running out of time. Let's cast our spells. 4, we get to do 6. Don't time me out. Magic is hard. Trying to talk to y'all folks as well. So we draw a bunch of cards, we're gonna have to discard a bunch. We'll discard a Temple of Abandon. Whoop, not that. Thornfood, Highland. That way we still have a land to play next turn. We have a bunch of stuff going on. We slam our 3rd Wilderness Reclamation and we just win. I think that'll do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. That's game. So we have 3 Recs now. And so we will go to our end step. Triggers will hit the stack. We will tap our mana. Resolve the first one. Tap our mana. At this point it doesn't really matter. Let it resolve. Hope our math was right. $21. Oh no. I think we might just be a little bit short. 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're not dead. How do we... We're just short. Well, we are going to go face. So that would be Math, we got 9 plus, that's 20, so we can do 16. So we're gonna do 16 damage and then just hope to survive. This is gonna be a click and a half. You. Nope, not you. You. How many more do I gotta click? No, we want to keep the neutralize if possible. You don't need the 4th Rec. Talk about barely. Well, they did hit another Garuda, so... But I think that means we win here. Because Garuda does not give your creatures haste. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is not lethal. Last time I checked, I don't know about you guys, but 9 isn't lethal, right? Alright, so I guess I just assumed that we had another explosion after that. Don't concede there, because there was no knowledge of us having a next explosion. So 1 and 1. Slight misclick there. We'll go in there. Yeah, there was something definitely to be considerate of in that matchup, but I wasn't going to let them draw the 16 cards because it was basically they need to kill me that turn or I win. And so... And plus I could, on upkeep, explode them for 2, just fine. So... Perhaps, but I doubt it. If you are stream sniping me, that's perfectly fine, because that means you're watching my streams. And it just makes it even sweeter when I win. This hand's wonky. We are going second, and everything enters tapped here, because we have no islands for Vantress. So we're playing off curve a tad bit. Pretty tricky. Yeah, I do think this is a mulligan. It's close, but... Yeah, this is so much better. So much better. Okay, so at least we have a good plan. We're able to do things on turn for turn 3 to start going off with our Rec, and we still have interaction just in case. So we'll keep this. And we'll be able to find out... in a vacuum that's tough, whether or not we build Shark Typhoon or Mystical Dispute. What are the odds our opponent's playing blue? Most of the blue decks have a companion. I'll bottom it. I'm gonna bet they're on Knights. Well, they're not on Knights. And green could mean they're on blue, so... I don't know. We'll see. Make me feel bad? Black-green? Okay. I can deal with that. It's perfectly fine, I understand that. Perfectly understand work life and all that jazz. So it's out there tapped. No rush. But thanks for coming out, Orca Shadow. Make sure that you are subscribed and following the Twitch. Not necessarily subscribed, but following the Twitch. I will be doing some giveaways. If you're followed and you have commented in the video, which you have, then you have the chance of winning a free pack of Magic the Gathering cards. Even if you don't play Magic the Gathering, you can sell it, or give it to someone you know. So this is, we're facing off against the Death Touch Tribal deck, which I've oddly been seeing a lot of. Have you guys been seeing a lot of this Death Touch Tribal deck? this is just the ramp deck. But I've seen a lot of Leyline Prowler and a whole bunch of Death Touch tribal decks are running around. So we'll play Fabled Passage here. We will crackers, grab red. This just ensures that we can play our board wipes. We're going to put an end step stop, and we're just going to make a simple shark. Pretty sure that's what we're going to do. Let the blue resolve. I'll make a 4/4. Draws us a card, gives us a blocker, keeps us alive. Just how the deck works. Oh, right. That's not. My bad. Think so? That'd be the big old bummer. But, it's looking like it. They got everything they need to make it look good. Nope, it's not the problem. Another problem indeed. Get in with your Leyline Prowler, I'm guessing? No. That is... We're going deep. We are going deep. It just gave me a land back in my deck. Okay. So they didn't hit their casualties. Let's see what our plan is here. We can gain a bunch of life. We do need to get some cards in our yard for Euro. I think I'm going to start off with a simple opt. Our board wipe here would be phenomenal. That's good too. So we can get in for 4 and then deal 5 to Nissa. That's just not... No, we can kill Nissa. So we'll attack them for 4. Well, we'll stay back. We'll force them to have their casualties. We don't really need to be aggressive at this point. Because we're using our explosion already. If we had a second explosion, I might attack, just to make it more likely we can kill them. So no attack. We are going to have to shock this in, but we have life to spare, so that's fine. We'll go to our end turn, and we'll just draw a bunch of cards, essentially. There needs to be a faster way to float mana. Double check. 4, we'll get to do 7. So the reason we had to shock there is because we would have had 5. By shocking, gave us 2 extra mana for this turn. We're going to get to draw 7 cards here. Deal 7, draw 7. Get a fresh new look at life. And we should hit another Wilderness Reclamation here, perhaps. Nice. So even if they do casualties us, we're still sitting at a fine spot. I do want to hold the Blast Zone just because... we can kill 2 of their creatures with it, at least. We'll throw away the Ketrome. We'll throw away the Mystical Dispute. We'll throw away the Epiphany. That way we have good mana to play next turn. And now we have Euro online, too. It's also a good interaction. It's just discarding down to hand size to have enough fodder. Thank you to Shenanigans for following us. You followed a few minutes after 6, so I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing it. I'm a little bit behind. That puts you in the running for that free pack of Magic the Gathering cards, so thank you so much. We are now at 18 out of 50. If we get 50 subscribers by next week's stream, I will be giving away 2 more packs of cards. But this week, I am giving away 1 pack to anyone who watches the Twitch today that is followed. Randomly will be selected, as long as you're in the chat somewhere.
I won't forgive this.
And I'm also giving a pack to our tier 2 or above subscribers on Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon that's giving me $2 a month or more, then you can be, and you could be. I think currently right now we only have one person that's tier 2 or above. So if you become a tier 2 or higher sub, then it's currently a 50-50 shot at getting a free pack of cards, and it's $2. So you pay $2 to maybe get a $3.50 pack that could have a $20 card in it, and it enters you into further pack giveaways. So this is tricky. I can kill their Vraska, which I kind of want to do, but we're also going to play Euros. So play 1 Euro. And we're not going to play the second Wilderness Rec here because we want to get a Euro out and we just want to gain some life. We will put in Tram. Recast Euro. We don't get any cards back from our yard, so conflict. So it doesn't matter which 5 we choose. You could next level it and potentially save a few select cards in there to make your opponent think that, oh, they might have something. So yeah, we will go Yell Nexto. Let's see what we got here. Bunch of 3s. 2, yeah, so it's the same as before. Probably going to end up putting this... It's gonna be close. Resolve. And we'll leave it like that. Leaves us up and neutralized to counter something if they play something funky. And next turn we will be able to play Wilderness Reclamation and hopefully, potentially, get there with Explosion.
Your life's about to end. Hope you're ready.
The reason I didn't counter this is because we're still fine. And I'm gonna cycle this to hopefully get a land, because we just want to kill them next turn. Alright, time to do some quick maths. If not, we just wipe their board. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Wilderness Rec, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now we wrap here. And I screwed up. Yep, Swag. Wrath was the right choice there. Can y'all count? This deck has a lot of counting in it. Was it 2 and 1? We're at the halfway point because we do want to play 6 games with this deck. The main reason to play 6 is a lot of the Channel Fireball tournament qualifiers are 6 round matches, or 6 or 7. I think it's 6. And you need to go 5-1 to qualify. So doing your little sections in 6-game intervals helps with that. This hand has everything but ramp. Has the goodies. We are on the draw here. And we have a ton of good draws. Very nice shenanigan. Keep or mulligan, chat? Keep or mulligan? Are we keeping this hand? Or are we setting it back? It's pretty close. What do you all think? while you're thinking, I'm going to take a snip of this, and I'm gonna, after stream, post that to Twitter so our friends on the other side of life can play along. So what do you think, chat? I need to see it. I need to see it. Do you have that anticipation? Keep or mulligan? Keep it is. Good start. We do need to hit some ramp, though. Might be playing against the mirror here. I like this dog. Fox. I'm sorry, I said dog. Storm's Wrath looking pretty decent. Do I just kill it now? I could take a few hits. He says no. I'll save our life. Okay. Looking bad on the neutralized plan. I might play a Planeswalker, I don't know. Or risk it for the biscuit here. If they don't, we're probably going to cycle before killing the Poke Collector. We just have the Storm's Wrath, we need to get our 4th land. Imagine if Storm's Wrath was an instant. And the card would be great. Uncounterable. Combo. I believe we can draw a land. We have two draws. I believe. Y'all believe? Uh-oh. Okay. We're okay. Let's live on the edge. We can kill something if we need to, but I kind of want him to keep going wide. Give me more. My thirst to kill will not be satisfied on your 2 Pelt Collectors. Opponent. I'll kill one here. Maybe by killing one, they might think, oh, that's what they were holding up, and play more creatures. Rude. Well, they die on my turn. That's a good follow-up too. We'll end step stop so we can make it as big as possible. Whew. A little bit of green. Make a 4/4. What you got, opponent? What you got? Because we're sitting on a 2-turn clock for you. I won't do it. Yeah, we're just on the full-on explosion plan. Risky getting in there because they could have some potential haster. That might have been a bad attack. So, we'll see if that goes to the punt counter.
creatures are uncounterable, so we just go all in. 4, we'll hit them for 8 here. Draw a bunch of cards. One of them has got to be a land, and so we should be able to hit them for lethal next turn. So we'll make them have it. Should not have tacked there. Yeah, they all have haste from fires, right? Yeah. So should not have tacked there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 more symbols, and Clothless gets in there too. No, I keep clicking. Expansion just takes up so much space. No 4 power. That's actually on yeah, we lost that. We messed up here by me attacking here. That was my bad. Punt counter. But if they did have another creature in hand and they decided not to put it in with the board, then it wouldn't have mattered anyway. But I will take blame for that one. No, could not have countered it. Their play was a creature, and Rhythm of the Wild makes their creatures uncounterable. Thought about it, but that is the truth. Sorry there, Doug. We could not have left up counter there to survive. Just shouldn't have tanked. I mean, of course, they could have had another creature in hand, too. So, now we're just missing blue mana here. Against most likely either the Aristocrats or Lurrus deck. We do have a Scry for it. We have a Scry for it. We just need 1 blue, and this hand is great. They're the Aristocrats. Not a blue source. Give me blue! Oh, shoot! Storm's Wrath. It's pretty decent against the Aristocrat deck, but I think we just need blue. We have another Storm's Wrath we could draw later on. Scorps. Speaking softly. Uh-oh. Live by the variance, die by the variance. In before we draw only red and green mana. Ooh, they have the good hand. Dang it! Well, we're back a few turns. We're on the back foot. But maybe they'll sacrifice their creatures just to draw a card and gain mana. Pretty bad. This one's over so fast. Unless we draw our other board wipe here, then we only take 4. Do I play Lurrus here? Yikes. Board wipe or bust. Oh my goodness. Pretty sure we're dead. That's sad. Let me scoop it up. A quick one for the books. Yeah, happens. Kind of want some form of redemption, you know? Let's get that 3-3. Painful. I'm keeping, okay? No, this hand is great. We just need green mana. The mana's good. The mana's good in the deck. We've just been seeing it bad. We get a draw because our opponent's going first again. Hello, Nano Breaker. Thank you for joining us today. We're doing a giveaway. So if you haven't followed the Twitch stream yet, please do. And you have a chance of winning a free pack from either M20, Theros Beyond Death, or War of the Spark. Now we're playing the Knights deck. Now we definitely need those board wipes. Embercleave is a bus. Perfect. Yep, oh, wow. 1 minute ago. Thank you for following, Breaker. Welcome to our little squad. Get to 19 out of 50. Let's get to that 50. Land. Slow, but I'll take it. Now it's just Uro. Get there. Hope they don't have an Embercleave hand. They're drawing good. We got 1 drops is the choice, so that's pretty good for Blast Zone. Give me some life. Let's try. Not a board wipe. Get out of here. Couple oofers in a row here. Board wipe! No! Are we dead now too? One, two. We have to shock ourselves in order to do it. Unless we draw a untapped land. We have to shock ourselves to do it. Five, 8. Super lethal. Super lethal. Yeah. Alright, well, we're not going to waste any time here. Well, that was fast. Initial plan was to draft with Casey around 7:30, so let's just keep jamming this until 7:30, and we'll see if we can redeem ourselves from the last few humdingers. So bonus games, just quick old bonus games. Get all the bad luck out now. Save the good luck for the draft. Ugh. Sky Nomads. So this is either the Fires deck or Flyers or some other weird amalgamation that wants to run Yorion. We have a pretty good matchup against this deck. We'll keep. We have ops to find things. We have a board wipe if they are the creature deck. Send her back. Is looking more and more like the Fires build here. Blue-white Flyers would have something by now. Continue to thin. We have a good number of lands. We'll opt before we fetch, see if we need to get green or red. Most likely it'll just be green. Yep, we're playing against Fires here. So this is the new build of Fires. And instead of Karuga, they've switched to Yorion, and they just play a whole bunch of Omens. That's pretty much the long and short of it. Stretch the leg out a little bit. Opskis. Don't need it. Need some ramp. Same thing, but a little less slow. That's ramp. Perfect. Perfect. Like it. I like it. Red Fires here. Yep, the Orion Fires deck is a little bit more controlling. Just so they don't play as many cast creatures. It's mainly just stuff off of Planeswalkers. Plays as their agents of treacheries and their Lucas. Don't like seeing that.
This isn't a fight.
But we got an answer. Tick down. Pick up your berth. Come on.
Here we go.
Our opponent is too smart. It's okay. Cycling gets around Teferi. So we'll be able to cycle on end step, and then on the following turn, Wrath. We'll lose our cycler turn, but we need Teferi off the board if we're going to combo win. So we'll at least be able to make a 2/2 shark here. And if they tick down, then we don't shark. Because you can do this at instant speed, or it's not really instant speed. You can cycle on your opponent's turn if they have a Teferi out. Fun fact. My knee is like sore. Very sore. Come on, tick down to where we want you to. For those of you that are just joining in, we're going to be playing this deck until around 7:30ish, and then we're going to take a 2-minute break, and I'm going to get my wife and bring her in here, and then she is going to draft Ikoria, and she's going to make a deck for me. She has never played Magic before. I have shown her how to draft once, and I recorded it, and it'll be posted to YouTube fairly shortly. Well, that just makes me want to wait and get all their Planeswalkers with the Stormwrath here.
Here goes nothing.
But I have to do it now if I want to kill Teferi, because 6, 4, you know how it be. I'll draw a card here. That was my knee. Yep. Okay. Start with an attack.
I won't let you win.
Pretty sure we're just Wrath in here. They're gonna get to play Elspeth. If they do play Elspeth, they don't really have removal for the shark. And so if they are going to remove it, they might tick down Teferi to kill the shark. And if they don't tick down to remove the shark, then it's still alive and we can attack next turn to still have Teferi be in Storm's Wrath. So I think we are going to wait for next turn. So we're going to Growth Spiral to just ramp and set ourselves up for next turn. Click. Also likely that they potentially tick down Teferi to bounce 0. So we gained life. We put 2 extra lands in play. We didn't get to draw any cards because of our beautiful little friend Narset here. But we did get a 6/6. We have a threat. And next turn we're set up to Storm's Wrath. Oof. I'm a patient man. But I've waited long enough. Good on them. Good on them. For having the right card in hand. Good on them. Good job, opponent. Proud of you.
I've got time. No more games.
I will bide my time for one more turn. I'm not getting to cast Opt here, but I just want to hit Elspeth too. And we are at least going to get to Castle of Interest. One more turn. Play Elspeth. When I got a bunch of life, I'm giving you all the time in the world, opponent. All the time in the world. He's going to play Yorion too here. There's fires. Now play Elspeth. Don't play Yorion. Don't you do it, opponent. Don't you do it. Elspeth. You don't play. You want to wait to play Yorion until you can get something good off of Conqueror's Death. You're not just gonna play it now just to reset the timer. You want to resurrect something. Do we even don't even have anything to resurrect? Just cashes into Fairy. Wow.
Let's try this.
Opt, you're back on the table. So we'll be able to opt and scry. Well, scry then opt rather. Nice. Elspeth. Unless they have another Teferi. Feels like a very have another Teferi thing to do. They're hovering over it. This one. Nice. Now make your tokens.
Done, Mom. The time to fight is now. I am proud of my confidence.
Gotta stop on their end step here. They've cast both their spells they can cast this turn, so they're done. Wait to their ends. You're done. You can't cast anything else. Okay. So we'll start by scrying. Let's just make sure you use the right mana here. Looking for a Wilderness Reclamation to just kind of take this game away. Since this is neither of those, we send them away. Still stopped on their end step. And we will cast this Opt. Again, looking for a Wilderness Reclamation. It's cute, but not when they have fires out. That's nice too. And now... Reclamation? No. Okay, so we are Storm's Wrathing here. And I guess we leave up Mystical Dispute, and we could potentially copy something. Maybe make a 2/2 Shark. So they are going to be able to get one of them back with Elspeth Conquers Death here. Maybe it would have been better to wait.
I shall miss your company. Me still.
The heck is going on here? The real question is, what do they get back? I'm guessing they get back to Fairy. Let's see what they do. Yep. Resurrecting.
I'm no.
Probably just gonna cycle this and make a little shark. Wow, they are scraping the bottom of the barrel, ain't they? That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. I think it is right just to make a 1/1 shark here. And then we can explode to Fairy. Draw a bunch of cards. They'll be able to get back Elspeth, but that's just... eh. That's just fine. Not going to cast their second spell.
I've got it.
Something in my eye. Yes. We got him in the thunk tank. You can at least cast your... Okay. Dang it, Teferi. No. It's like, oh, I can counter it, but I
Prepare
can't.
yourself, Heliod. I have killed one god already.
Brutal.
Heroes, rally to me.
Teferi can just bounce it. Let's make a 1/1. Draw cards, what we want to do. Not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So we just play a big explosion here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can deal 6, so we can just kill Teferi here. We won't be able to counter anything, but we'll be able to draw. Oh, okay. It's, yeah, you're not really going to counter something with the Fires players. So, yeah, alright. This time I am going to attack, and I feel good about it. And we'll explosion for 6. We'll kill Teferi, draw 6 cards, reset our hand.
Really should have seen that
I
coming.
like it. Captures Insight. Probably could have just discarded Uro, but I'd rather just gain 6 life and... Ramp! More mana for bigger explosions. Make a sacrifice.
Let's slow this.
Stop! No one likes you, Teferi. Leave! Well, if we do draw Wilderness Reclamation, we just win, because we have an answer for this Teferi at sorcery speed.
I am proud of my cause.
Opponent just cashes it in there. Nice. And if we don't draw Wilderness Rec, then we just play Uro and
then we just play Uro, and that's it. That's what we do. Donk donk. You're doing great, opponent. You're doing great. Doing great. I don't really want to destroy their fires, honestly, because I like making them only be able to cast 2 spells per turn. Like, I mean, that gives me such an advantage. And them not being able to counter my spells if they do happen to have some form of counterspell. And last time I remember, this deck had a whole bunch of flash spells too, so sticking them on their turn is just nice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 them, so I get them for 7, draw 7. Nah. I mean, we could kill Teferi, but... Do we gotta kill Teferi? Fine. We'll kill Teferi. What's the holdup, opponent? You can't do anything. Yeah, deal 4, draw 4.
Time for plan B, as soon as I think of one.
Wilderness Rec, we did it. As long as I don't play another Teferi, we should win next turn. Even if they do, I think we still have enough with Brazen Borrower. Since we're tapped out, let's do math on their turn. We play Rec. Then we float 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Then we untap. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22. Minus 4 is 18. 19. They're not quite dead yet. Not like in Mystical Dispute. Not like in the Triome. What you got, a pony? What you got? There's them flash spells we've been talking about. Sack it, recast. You cannot escape from the graveyard with fire. You do have to pay for escape, so they can't sack Omen and then escape Elspeth here. So we're safe another turn from Elspeth. Get rid of Reclamation. But why? It's the best card. Keck. Take my shark. Would have had a better chance if he took one of my lands. Pretty sure we don't have lethal on our next turn. We'll do the math one more time. So most likely we're going to play Rec and an Uro and leave up Counterspell. So let's do the math one more time. So we play a land. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's Rec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Minus 4. Not lethal. So we'll Rec. The pause. What are you doing, opponent? You gonna sacrifice your Omen? We'll Uro, make sure we're using the right mana, then we'll leave up 4, which is just enough
to neutralize an opt or brazen borrow if need be. 1, 2. Put the fear in him. We'll leave the expansion in the graveyard. Come on. 3, 4, 5. Leave the Chemist's Insight and the expansions. And now we'll just use our mana. Tapped is fine. Alright, now we gotta do stuff. Opt first. We have one timeout, so we're gonna have to be very quickety quick. Quickety quickety quick. We must be very speed. Opt. Yes, I want it to resolve. No. Draw. Yes, it is. Oh, just now you mean? Good eye. This one. Thank goodness we drew it. This is the boring part. Always pump fake your opponents. Just tap a bunch of mana and they might concede. Three and 4. Still have time. Let's play some more. A little rhyme for you guys. That's the math. Temur Reclamation, but you spend most of your time counting. Playing against an old school Fires deck? Dope. Not really gonna have any targets for Scorching Dragonfire here outside of Teferi. His hand is mopey. I think I'm gonna pass. This hand's mopey too, but I ain't gonna go to 5. We will bin. I'm gonna bend this island and probably just get it with Fabled Passage after a few turns of scrying. And play our Temple of Abandonment issues and see where that takes us. Need ramp. Ramp or wreck, that's what we need. Ramp or get riggedy wrecked. Nope. Ramp or wreck. Neither. This is magic now. Just tap land, scry, go. Tap land, scry, go. I don't need to really do anything. You know, I just cycle this for 0 to draw a card, but I'd prefer to wait. Would prefer it. This is riveting magic. Super fun. Super fun. I feel like this deck does seem to match up well against fires. What? Oh, that's right. They do play black in their deck for Kenrith. Still ain't gonna cycle it. We playing the long and slow game. I'm gonna end up hardcasting this Shark Typhoon. Sad things if you Storm Wrath after you cast a Shark Typhoon, you make the shark and then kill it. What? Man, I wish my deck had some Planeswalkers in it. I'd go grab them. That's interesting. Well, cool. Is this the Fires Walkers deck? So you say, ooh, so it's a spicy deck, but it's like, ooh, so they chose to lose. And before I lose, I'll eat my own words here. Oh my goodness! Look at this! Wow. Oh, wait. Typhoon! They should have got to Fairy. Go. Play your fires and then slam a Chandra. Man, our opponents are just mean. First they play a bad card, then they play... Got him. Faked. Faked. We want green. We have a ton of red in hand, though. Get our third red source. This is fine. Draw another one. That's nice. Pass it back. We have things to do. Play Chandra. Play Chandra. Play Charludr in the Andre Safanas. Ashiok Dream Render. Next level plays. They're gonna get rid of my Uro. Feels bad. What do we have in the yards? You're gonna get nothing back here, Elspeth. What do we hit? A Shark Typhoon and bye-bye. Uro. That's fine. Do I remember if they played a land yet this turn? Karuga? I mean, you got them. Oh, wait, no, you don't. Wait, yeah, you do. Yeah, play Karuga. Just play Karuga. Giant. I almost copied that. I was considering it. Alright, you can survive. I'll end up taking damage off of you, but you can survive. We'll kill... we'll do that. It sucks we're not saving it for Chandra, but we can't, like, you know, let him do too much. I kind of like them both, honestly. No. Okay, we have plans. You got plans? We got plans. I got plans. Y'all got plans? Y'all got plants? I got plants. I think this is our plants. No, but they just get it back. We gotta wait another turn. Wait another turn, we'll big explode them this turn. Give them the big explosion. And maybe leave up 1 blue mana just in case they get feisty with their Karuga. That's our plan. Hit him for 9 versus 10. Just to leave up Mystical Dispute. Could come in handy. Yep. Dang it. I hit him for 7. Well, they're just gonna mill me out here, so... I think we're just on the win with Reclamation plan here. So we just wreck and then we just bing bong, bing bong. Sniss. I think this game's just kind of wrapped up in a little bow. So let's see what they do. Play a Fires, that'd be great. Love to see a Fires. Can't counter that, but that makes me... We're gonna get Teferi? Teferi would be a bummer. Oh wait, no, we can counter it. Hehehe. This game! Your 1 million cats shenanigan. And stop. Wilderness Rec. Win the game, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Hold on, we gotta do some math again. I don't know if we have it here. So 1, 2, 3. First rec trigger. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Second. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That is 15 damage. That is not 16. Rough. Big rough. Alright. We'll kill Ashiok. We'll Chemist's Insight. And then we'll leave up Thassa's Intervention. And Scries. Oops. Ooh, and neutralize? Nice. So we got a bunch of counter spells. And next turn we get there with Expansion Explosion. No, it's 1 billion. Yeah. All the cats you have. to flip. Counter it. Can't counter that. But I can make a big old shark boy.
Explosively good pyromancer. Let's get
Ladies and gentlemen, that's game. 1, 2, medium shark. End step stop. Right now I'm just kind of clicking sporadically. That's all of them. Resolve. Whoa, the clickers. Okay. 18, 16, 26. Just 20. With one card left in our library. That's what I like to call almost exactsies. Alrighty. Okay, so we went 4 and 4, and it is now 7:30. So, or yeah, 7:31. So I'm going to go grab Casey, and we're just gonna go right into this. So stay tuned. Be back in like 2 minutes, and we're going to do the wife draft.